Hey everybody, this is Rachel. I tried this a minute ago and it didn't work out too good, so I'm going to try it again. I want to show you how I make this, and it's what I call my fairy magic bottle, and I hope the camera is focusing on it. Anyway, the contents inside just kind of slowly swirl around in there, and I made this one for somebody. I'm making them a tag and I'm going to put it on there because I think it's pretty. Anyway, you'll need a small glass bottle. I don't know if you can see that very well, but a small clear glass bottle and one of the stoppers that comes with it. Let me try and find one that's not broken or anything. I didn't get a very good pack of these, obviously, because most of them are broken. You could probably punch out your own piece of cork, but anyway. So you'll need that, and I got mine from Hobby Lobby for $1.99 in their miniature dollhouse section. So that's where I got mine. And you'll need some glitter. I have some glitter confetti, stars of course, because I love stars, and I've got these micro glass beads by Martha Stewart. This is white gold because it's the closest thing to silver. Get that open. Anyway, I'll tell you things as I go along here. You'll definitely need a glitter funnel, and what I do is I set it on top and I hold my bottle. I'm working over a piece of paper, so if I get messy, I can always clean it up pretty easy. And I'm just gonna barely tap some in there. Because I'm putting a couple different things in there, I don't want to fill it too much with one thing. I'm just gonna flick my funnel a little bit there and get some of the glitter down in there. I've put about that much in the bottle, and now I'm going to take my micro beads and dump some of those in there. Whoops. Well, I added a little too much of those. Oops. So that's okay. I'll just go back and add a little more glitter. That should work just nicely. And then I'm going to add kind of like a pinch of these stars down into the funnel. And a pinch seems to be pretty good, but I like stars, so I'm going to do a little extra tiny pinch. So tap that, make sure they all got down in there. So now I have some glitter, some beads, micro beads, and some stars. And I'm just gonna take my safety pin and swirl them up a little bit. Okay. Now that I've got that in there, the magic trick is baby oil. I'm going to take my eyedropper, fill it up, and I like the one that kind of has a bottleneck to it, because I can just shove it down in there and start filling away. And I do this kind of carefully and slowly so as not to overfill. I'm going to add just a little bit more. I'm going to leave enough room at the top for a bubble to move the contents around. So I've got that filled. And now what I'm going to do is grab my little, it's a skewer, but I just took some of this American Crafts tape and put it on the end just to make it a little pickup tool. I'm going to take my cork, stick it on the end of it, take my super glue by Loctite Professional grade and get it open. I use it a lot. I need to get some more. And I carefully put some on the sides. And I'm going to very carefully put this in here. I don't want to mess up like I did last time. Anyway, I get it to go down about halfway or until it pretty much stops on its own. But it's not in there all the way, so I'm just going to push it down with my thumb a little bit. You gotta try and really get it in there a little bit so as to keep the contents in there. And it's not, I thought this would be a better cork. Let's see, I can just manipulate this and try and get it to go down in there some more. And yay me. There we go. Okay, it's in there. So now the contents are in there. And I'm going to take just something I can cut on. See if I can get in frame a little bit better. And I'm going to lay it on its side. And I'm going to cut that excess cork pieces off. I like to have a nice, flat, smooth surface. And of course, try and get it off your blade or else it's going to stick. Okay, so now that's done. I'm going to pick up my little rhinestone gem thingy. I'm going to add some super glue on to the top, and you want to make sure that super glue really covers. Oop. And I'm trying to get this little gem centered. There we go. Now I'm just going to push down on my gem with my finger nail here and just hold it for a couple of seconds. And what that super glue does is it seals in, it acts as a sealant to the contents so they don't leak out. Put my lid back on. Sorry, I have a cold. And so now I've got, and you'll have to give this at least 24 hours to cure. But now I've got this really cool little bottle with the contents just floating around in the baby oil. And I probably could have put a little more baby oil in there to not have such a big bubble, but I like it all the same. This is probably one that I'll keep. But I just thought they were really cool. And I make these and I sell them. I've turned them into necklaces, tag charms, you name it. You can do it with it. So anyway, the secret key is baby oil. So, let's set that down, let that cure for 24 hours. To attach the jump ring like I did to the bottle, since I had cut off the top and put a jewel on the top, I'll be doing that in a second video here in just a moment. So look out for that. But if you don't want to do that, you can always buy these bottles. Let me pull one out of the bag. You can always buy these bottles. They're a little bit larger, and they already have something that you can attach a jump ring to. You'll just have to put the super glue on the very end of how much is going to stick into the bottle, and then push down really good so that you get a nice good seal, so that the contents that you put in the baby oil basically won't leak out. And you can put it on a necklace or something and have your own little fairy magic bottle. These are not that much bigger than what I'm using. As you can see here, they're not that much bigger. But if you want one that's slightly bigger, you can do that. And I found this is at Hobby Lobby as well, in the jewelry section. They have different shaped bottles too, so you could go for that if you wanted a different shape. So anyhow, please join me for part 2 of the finishing product of this fairy bottle.